Hey, how's it going? How's it going, gang? Just let me sort my camera out and then we'll be rolling. Say if it says that your mic's not connected, mate. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it says that your mic's not connected, so I can't add you to the stage. But good afternoon, everyone. Just let me sort my camera out and go, and then we'll be ready to rock, so to speak. And yeah, obviously we'll be covering ETH as the title suggests. We'll be covering altcoins, and also we do have some data as well. We've got PPI coming out and retail sales, I believe it is, which is at 1:30, so not long to go until that. I'm stuck on my mic. Hang on. We'll get the show on the road now. Save's in the room, I see. We're ready to go. Let me get my foot massager on. Get that on that. Get that on that. Right. Right, mate. Hello.
Am I here?
You're here now, yeah. I'm having a bit of a to-do myself.
Bit of a to-do.
I'm having a bit of a to-do, but I think we're all good now. Just need to whack my camera on and then whack the screen on. But how we doing? And good afternoon to everyone that's joined so far. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of I'm using this external mic now, and I had it ready to go, but didn't plug it in.
Oh, really?
Really? Oh, people are talking about plop now. There you go. You're right there.
Yeah, I'm ready to go now. Hang on. Right, ready to go. Just having a bit of a to-do setting up. Right, okay. Right, are we ready, mate? Are we ready to rock?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I need to do a bit of tweeting myself, actually. Have you just tweeted this?
I've tweeted out, mate, yeah.
Okay.
Right, okay. Let me just go and retweet that. Right, we're ready to go now. That was a bit of a bit of a thingy start. Let me just retweet this. Okay, right, we're ready to go. Let's get the screen on. Let's get the camera on. Share screen. And last but not least, bang! There we go. Right, we're ready. We're ready to rock. Oh, well, fucking I forgot to put that up. There we go. Well, I've just half doxed myself. Oh, mate, it's going to be one of them days. Oh, well. There we have it. Let's see. We've got Crypto Bro. We've got Steve. How we doing, mate? Great to see you, Steve-O. Coffee. For those of you that didn't see, was streaming today as well. John, how we doing? Crypto Bro's on about Plop Army. I'll plop you in a minute, mate. John Brown says hit that like button. Exactly. Do listen to John. Make sure you hit that like button. The 5 minute, mate. The 5 minute has been epic on it. Pappy says I'm here. Yeah, mate. Coffee put some great streams out. And Brucey, how we doing? Save's favourite man, Brucey. So, what have we got on Bitcoin? We are back at $104,000. And, of course, ETH got another nice push up yesterday, coming back in. And as well, what we was looking at, obviously, was this box yesterday on stream. We're still in the green background on Stonksy too. But we was looking at this box for a break above. Now, if you notice, obviously, we did get above that. And we have now come down for what looks like to be a confirmed SR flip by the looks of it. So obviously we broke above, traded up to 2,740-ish. And now we've come back down and tested this from the upside for support, which has held and bounced back up. So what we can do is this needs to hold. Any break below here, no good. Then we are back below resistance and then back within this trading range. What, mate?
Your audio went a bit weird then.
Is it back now?
It's okay now, yeah. Went a bit.
Okay, good. Yeah, so we're back. So yeah, we don't want to break below here. We want to stay above here. While we're above here, we can then look to target the next zone, which is this kind of like $2,800 to $2,900 region, which I think is quite key. This will be the key sticking point for ETH or the key breakout zone, whichever one you want. So, yeah, we'll take a look at that on the high time frame as well today. But yeah, mate, what have you been up to? Anything to update from yesterday?
Yeah, so the trade I was doing yesterday, which was a Bitcoin one, I was doing that on BLOFIN. What I'd done is when I was out in the morning, I'd set a trailing stop loss, and that one did hit. By the time it actually hit on the CPI data, which came in at 1:30 UK time. And we talked about that yesterday on the stream. So the price went up. it dragged up my trading stop with it, and when it came down, it closed half of the position there. So that one made about $200, and then what I had below that was another stop loss, like a normal stop loss. And what I did in the stream, I was saying something like, well, the thing is with this, what I could always do now is lower the stop loss down to break even now, because I've got money already. In actual fact, what happened was I forgot to move that back where I wanted it.
Right, okay.
The price came down about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and it closed the trade. It closed with about a $40 profit. So I made about $200 yesterday. I could have made more if I could have made more if I just closed the trade before the CPI data, actually. But I was kind of hoping for a bit more of a push up yesterday afternoon, but it didn't come. So there was that. But I did enter a trade this morning, which I can talk about later if you want, or whenever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and by the way, the trade I was just talking about, the BLOFIN one. I mean, the whole point of it was a kind of exercise in. The point was I go out on Tuesday mornings. I'm not back till about 2 o'clock, so it's always a bit of a dodgy time for me, because I'm definitely not looking at screens during that time.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do was to make a video for the Stonksy channel that was about having a risk-free trade. So once your trade's reasonably in profit, you can use things like a stop loss and a trailing stop loss. And you don't necessarily have to have them to close the entire position. You can use it to close half the position or whatever. So I thought that was worth making a video about. So I actually finished that video this morning, and I sent it.
Very nice.
I sent it today this morning, so that will get published sometime the next week or so. And I think that would be worth watching for people who maybe can't be in front of the screen all the time. So if you want to have a trade and then just go off to work or whatever and not worry about it, understanding how you can use stop losses and trailing stop losses is probably quite an important thing. And it is very, very versatile in BLOFIN. You can actually do a lot more with stop losses in that than some other exchanges. So so do check out the BLOFIN link. Is it in the chat? It's not, is it?
It's in first link in the description. I can throw it in the chat now, though, for those rascals that aren't trading on BLOFIN under the Stonksy link. There you go. And I believe if you use that link, you will get cheaper fees than normal. So do use that link. Yes, do make sure you take advantage of that. Now let's head over and see what we've got to deal with. So we have got 23 viewers and 9 likes. So not a bad ratio, but not great. Let's get this up. Do take a second to go and like the stream if you haven't already. Let's get those likes up. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what grabs my eye, first of all, is bloody MicroStrategy, mate. This thing has been creeping up like just non-stop, obviously, alongside Bitcoin's rally. But I mean, even yesterday it was up 4% when Bitcoin done nothing. And it is now coming into that region, obviously, where we had, this just completely just mental blow-off run where from September to middle of November-ish, what did that do to the price? 4x'd it, maybe just over 4x'd it. But we are into the region now, obviously, where we're approaching kind of where the price has not really been. Obviously, this region here, you can see on the candles where price came up and then just slammed back down. So this is what looks like to be resistance up to this kind of 440 region. But then above there, we've obviously just got this one candle. And then this great big candle when that was a mental day. I don't know what exactly happened there, but from the peak of that candle to the bottom, it had a 31% swing that day. So I don't even know what happened that day or what caused it. We'd have to go back and have a look at Bitcoin, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just standard profit taking. But we are into, a key region now where MicroStrategy could potentially start pushing back towards maybe even $500, maybe even, obviously, if Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, into price discovery. So something to watch out for, because obviously, from my understanding, the higher this goes, the easier it is for Saylor to raise money. So we could see just more buys, or orange circles, as he likes to say, on his chart. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on this, because it just keeps creeping higher and higher. And obviously, we are into territory now where currently where the price is, it's only had, obviously we've got the daily close there, which was its third ever highest daily close. So MicroStrategy is definitely in bull territory, that's for sure. And solid rally from the middle of April, where Stonksy went green around $309 to currently $420.
So what happens with MicroStrategy when it reaches a really high price and everyone takes profit? What do they do with their money then? What do you think?
I suppose it depends on the train of thought, because what I wouldn't do personally is take profit on MSTR and then throw it into Bitcoin, because MicroStrategy is basically like an ETF or a beta play, isn't it? If Bitcoin goes down, MicroStrategy is going to go down. You may as well, if you think Bitcoin's going to go up even more, you may as well just leave it in MicroStrategy.
Yeah, true.
The play would be, if you're going to take profit on MSTR, in my opinion anyway, that you just kind of take it out or leave it in cash or something. I don't know. But I don't think just my opinion, could be wrong, but I don't think MicroStrategy's outperformed Bitcoin by a lot anyway. So you are in the better performing asset when you're in MSTR when things are good. It performs better than Bitcoin. So yeah, if you believe that, more good times are coming, then you probably, if we look at what history's shown us anyway, to leave it in MSTR. So yeah, very interesting topic though, for sure. I mean, today we could go and look at some minor stocks as well, because we haven't really covered any minor stocks on this Bitcoin rally to see what they've been doing. HH, I remember you in the chat, mate. You are the big bear, aren't you? Saying it's a trap.
A big shouty bear at that.
I'm quite interested. He says Bitcoin to 60k. Now, I pretty think last week he said Bitcoin to 50k. So that's came up 10k since. If Bitcoin went to 60k, then everything will go much lower than minus 50%. If Bitcoin went to 60k from here, I will obviously, not accounting for your Ethereum, your Solana, stuff like that, but pretty much just any standard altcoin will probably be down 80% or more from where they are here. We've got Thief OP saying, what about Bitcoin on X as well? So big up the X viewers. Anyone watching on X? Yeah. Hello to you. Big thank you for watching. If you do get a moment, please do head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe, because it'd be great to welcome you back every day, and obviously every subscriber helps. So if you are over watching on X, welcome. And if you happen to not be following Stonksy on X and YouTube, yeah, please do follow both. But Bitcoin's pretty standard from here, I think anyway. If we look at the daily chart, we are obviously in territory where we approached last time. So here is where Bitcoin has never been able to close above before. And you can see that line just so clearly on the daily. We found resistance here, then we sold off. And then when we come back here, you can see daily closes was impossible above this level from where we had over here. And just the wicks firing into here in the sell-off. So 106, 133 is the level to close above on the daily. If we do that, then we're kind of in, real good territory then, because Bitcoin's had its highest ever daily close. And obviously it's broken above daily resistance. So you would imagine filling in this wick towards all-time high wouldn't really be that much of a task. So yeah, I think that's all that matters on Bitcoin at the moment, is getting a daily close above 106, 133, however it comes, whether that's, one big candle into all-time high, or, a close at 107, 500 or whatever it may be. But looking at the daily chart at the moment, in terms of if you're looking at Bitcoin expansion is where it is, that's where we need to close above on the daily. And you can see why there by looking at it. So that's pretty much where we're at on Bitcoin. If you're looking for downside action, I think it's a bit interesting, because we obviously still have the CME gap open at 91-ish. But apart from that, dips remain to be bought up. This whole run up, what have we seen? We've saw that dips haven't lasted very long, and the buying up has been aggressive, and we got that again, obviously earlier this week on Monday. Quite a fast and aggressive dip down, but quickly bought up and quickly back to towards the local highs. So yeah, downside, keep an eye on that Bitcoin CME gap, but that's roughly about 12% away now. So I think if we was to go down here, where would I be watching personally? Exactly where Stonksy's got drawn on here, which is this wick here, which obviously fits in where Stonksy's drawn support here, but obviously that is the Monday low as well. Now, Monday range obviously can be quite a key trading range throughout the week, you know, sweeping the Monday high, the Monday low, whatever. So if we was to come down here, I'd watch for liquidation of Monday low and then obviously a reclaim, and then that's kind of your potential there for your risk reward. Obviously have your invalidation, but apart from that, I think you just potentially we're just waiting for upside. So yeah, I think that's where we're up to there, and obviously we are waiting for some more confidence in whatever Stonksy is going to show. Obviously, we got that great big move up here, which Stonksy caught perfectly on Bitcoin, and we have just been chopping in and out a little bit. Obviously, we caught some nice downside and nice upside inside this choppiness, but yeah, we're kind of waiting just for the next move on Bitcoin, aren't we? What else have we got? Interest in my messages. It depends what you're putting in, mate. We have some it might just be getting filtered out. SMFC, how we doing, mate? You've not missed much so far. We've just been covering. We've looked at MSTR. We've looked at in saying that, do you still hold your MSTR SMFC? You still holding yours? But no, you've not missed much. You've just been looking at MSTR, ETH, Bitcoin. What's your thoughts on OM? Can you guess who's asked that?
Yeah.
Let's see. I haven't looked at it. Where is it?
Actually, I did have an idea, you know, with SMFS. What's he called? SMFC, yeah. SMFC. You know, he's talking about those strategies yesterday over in the Discord to do with various cryptos using Stonksy. I thought what I'll do, I'll make some videos about that and using his strategy. And I think that'd be quite a good use of Stonksy. You know, a good resource for those people who want to explore what you can do with Stonksy.
Yeah, that's good, mate. That's nice. Right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Right, what we got? Just getting a quick drink then. Anyone guess what drink I'm on today? Can anyone guess? Let me know what drink you think I'm on today. Let's see.
Yorkshire tea.
You what?
Yorkshire tea.
I do drink Yorkshire tea, yeah. Yorkshire tea is actually the only tea I really, really like. But it's not Yorkshire tea today. I have had a cup of tea today, but it's not what I'm drinking while streaming. We've got 13 likes, right? So at 50% like ratio. Let's get these higher. Do take 2 seconds to scroll down, hit the like button, and subscribe if you're not already. And then we'll be carrying on. So we have our good friend Reggie Man, the OM Bull, asking about, I think it was a cup and handle. I'll be honest. I mean, I don't really pay attention to patterns too much, but I'm guessing are you looking at this kind of here? I suppose if you want to treat it as that, then yeah, you could definitely treat it as a cup and handle. I can see definitely where you can draw that from because I've just drawn it. But I think if we close down, I need to stop saying as well. If we go to the daily chart, you can kind of see, can't you? So this is, let me get rid of these drawings. So when we're looking at the daily chart, what looks like, obviously, for those of you that are long on OM, if anyone else is long on OM from Reggie Man, you want this to be the bottom, so we'll treat it at the bottom for now. Now on the daily, you can see here where it had consolidation, but crucially, this is where supply came into this block here. So you can see price came up and tapped that perfectly on this wick and then sold off. So if I'm just looking at OM now, what I'm looking at is, alongside obviously any Stonksy momentum confluence with the green backgrounds, I'm looking at the daily chart. I'm thinking I want it to clear this zone. I definitely want it to clear this zone. So you would want to see a push up and a hold of kind of 55 cents, clear this daily supply zone, hold above. And then I think probably if I was to, give a potential level of attraction for next, I'd probably look. Oh, look at that! It goes right to the arrow. Probably look at this kind of 80 cents level next, and then go from there. But you clear this supply zone, and in theory, obviously, there's not really much there. That's pretty thin moving, so it should potentially trade up to 80 cents fairly easily without any, general market interference or whatever. So that's what I'd be looking at anyway, and I think that's really all that is worth covering now. Wise.
Well, that's going to make Reggie Man very happy, isn't it?
Well, if it goes to 80 cents, yeah.
Yeah, because I think he'd like averaged down his entry, hadn't he? So
yeah,
I think I can't remember now. I think he was at 70 cents or something. Was that right, Reggie Man?
Yeah. Oh no, what's that?
Well, because he when it pumped a little bit, he didn't he sell some of it? Oh, he did something to lower his entry a bit, didn't he? So
he I think his entry's down at 48 cents now. I think.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I think his entry's down at 48 cents. You got HH saying, who bought Solanas at 50 cents? Well, if you did, that's a great move. But Reggie Man, well, I can see that. So I don't know. I don't know why, because you've typed it in again and I can see that. It's right there in the chat, so I have no idea. Nat eToro had a take profit. Oh, do you know what? I think I kind of vaguely remember that, actually. I think I do remember you telling me that. Now you've mentioned it. We've got HH saying 100x Sui. Well, even if it is the next Solana, 100x seems kind of, if you're comparing it to Solana, would seem kind of ambitious, because I've just realised, I'm on the wrong tab, hang on. I was thinking that I didn't have the right tabs open. Let me get the correct tabs open. Right. There we go. Let's get back to it. Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Maybe next cycle, kind of Sui does. I mean, if Sui does a Solana, and it just completely crashes, and we all get a chance to buy a Sui crash, and then it goes on to do a 30x or something, then yeah, let's hope so. But I mean, if Sui was to 100x from here, it would give it a 1.3 billion market cap. So I'm kind of hesitant against 1.3 trillion. It would give it a 1.3 trillion dollar market cap. So I'm kind of hesitant to say it's going to go to 1.3 trillion, because I just don't think it will. But I mean, where is Solana at the moment? So that's 94. I don't know the maths on that, but let's just say a comfortable 7x from here to get to Solana's current market cap. So is that possible? Potentially, who knows? We will see though, won't we? What have we got? HH is a massive Sui bag apparently though. Gold looks like it's going to shit the bed, says Pat. We'll have a look at gold. Started at 60s. So his entry is 44 on one and 48.50.
Okay.
On the other for Reggie Man on OM. Gold. So someone mentioned gold. Apparently it looks like it's going to S the bed. Now, for those of you that do like patterns, obviously we've got a pretty clear double top on gold here. And to be honest, I kind of like that, because it's quite clear. It acts as pretty clear resistance now for where price needs to break to carry on upwards. But yeah, it does kind of look like, obviously, it's breaking down out of this range that it's traded within. So, I mean, I'm not a massive gold trader, but you can just see, obviously, there's pretty comfortable SR on the daily anyway. But has gold topped out? Obviously, I know, global fears are kind of cooling a bit, aren't they? You've got US, China kind of cooling off on a tariff war. We've got, potential peace coming, or at least, whatever you want to call it, in Ukraine. So
did it actually get to 3,500 or not?
Yeah, pretty much pretty much. I think it actually, I don't know if it hit it exactly bang on. I think it might have. Yeah, it did hit it exactly like nail on the head.
Yeah, because I've always heard that about gold. Is it really does like the kind of round numbers and half numbers. So 3.5, 4. That 2, 2.5.
And the rally it's been on, you would be looking at it to kind of cool off at some point and retrace. So I don't know. Obviously, yeah, with global tension simmering down, have we maybe reached a top on gold with a nice daily double top? I suppose we'll have to see, won't we? But yeah, it is thing going. And 2 really nice calls there by Stonksy on the 1 hour. Obviously, this one is proving to be very nice. So we'll see if that carries on down up or not. XRP is carrying on its rally. Obviously not phased by the rest of the market, which is mostly red at the moment, pushing towards its local highs. Obviously, this is local resistance now. So if we break above here, are we going to start teleporting towards $3? Delta has a say bag. But let us know what you like. Oh, hang on. Oh, do you know what? I think we've just missed PPI. I think we just missed PPI data.
What did we?
I think so. Let's see. I'm sure there was PPI today, unless it's Thursday. It might be tomorrow, actually.
Don't remember saying.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Never mind. Yeah, it's tomorrow. I don't know why I thought it was today. It's tomorrow. So we've got tomorrow. We got PPI and retail sales and Powell speaking. So this is actually going to be tomorrow's going to be a really good stream. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Obviously, don't go anywhere today. That would be rude. But tomorrow we've got PPI and retail sales coming in at the same time, and then 10 minutes later Powell starts talking. So I don't know where we can get this, if we can or not. It delivers a speech about the Fed's framework review at Thomas Laubach Research Conference in Washington. Now, obviously, he probably is, if he's taking questions, that is, going to get asked about Fed cuts because of the cool inflation we got yesterday. Let's go and see if we've had any change on Fed Watch. So not really much change, which is interesting. So coming into CPI yesterday, or was CPI yesterday. This is pretty much the same for June's expectation. Now, it's not really changed. The June expectation for the FOMC meeting is that the Fed holds current rates, and that's at a whopping 91.6%. So that's not really changed at all, even though we got cooler inflation yesterday. So we'll be excited for that tomorrow. That should be a really good stream.
Cool.
Have you got anything you'd like to discuss, mate?
Yeah, I have actually. I'm just
okay.
Just trying to find it. Hang on.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the chat what you'd like us to cover. Obviously, do make sure you get your likes in if you haven't. And of course, you can get 20% off Stonksy for your first month. Do click the second link in the description, and the discount code to put in at checkout on the monthly plan is there as well.
Right. Shall I grab the screen?
Yeah, of course, mate.
Okay. So, how familiar are you with bullish engulfing candles and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I did do a little bit of candlestick learning a while ago.
Okay, cool. Because I was watching Eric Crown's show this morning, and he was talking about bullish engulfing candles, and there was something he was saying, and it didn't quite make sense to me because a bullish engulfing candle, it's basically where you got like a candle that's an opposite color to the one before. Actually, are we showing my screen now or not?
Yeah, you're on Grok.
Okay, cool. Because a bullish engulfing candle is where you've got a candle that's a different color to the one before it, and it's bigger, right? So that the body, the bottom of the body and the top of the body is bigger than the actual candle before. And there was something he said, and I thought, well, that's actually not true, actually. So I had a look with Grok, and I said, well, I got it to explain what a bullish engulfing candle was, and I said, do we include the wicks when looking for a bullish engulfing candle? It said yes. When identifying a bullish engulfing pattern, you typically consider the entire candlestick, including the wicks. The green candle's high should be higher than the red candle's high, and its low should be lower than the red candle's low, fully engulfing the previous candle's range. Okay, so what I said was excellent. Using the BTC USD index chart on TradingView, can you tell me how many bullish engulfing candles Bitcoin USD has had? I didn't specify a time frame. What I meant to do was to specify the quarterly time frame. So anyway, the point is, if I go over to here, right? So let's go to the monthly first of all. This is Bitcoin USD. Actually, let's go to the index chart because that's got more data, which I think is that one. Yeah, okay. Right, so there's Bitcoin US dollar on the monthly time frame. Now, one thing that the Grok told me to do was, I wanted to check this, was look for, I think it's pattern recognition. Was that it? Recognition. Pattern recognition. That's not it. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, there was something where I got it to sort of check. There is a thing on TradingView. There is a indicator someone's made that will automatically find bullish engulfing candles for you, but that doesn't actually include the wick, so I wasn't able to do that. I did try and get Grok to write me a Pine script so that I could detect bullish engulfing candles with the wicks, but anyway, I didn't manage to achieve that. So what Eric Crane was talking about was the current current quarterly candle here, right? So if you look at that, that is nice and big, right? And it is a different color to the candle that came before. Now, if you are going to include the wicks, right, and we get an all-time high before the end of this quarter, right, that candle there, if you include the wicks, this will be a bullish engulfing candle on the quarterly time frame that has never happened before, ever. Now, if that happens, that's going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. Even if you look at this on like the monthly, go to the monthly. Okay. And the last time we had a bullish engulfing candle on the monthly, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't then, I don't think, or was it? It might have been then. If so, that was April 24. But the one I can see before that is this one here, which was round about the start of 2023, which was basically the start of this bull run, wasn't it? So that was what it did in the monthly, and the point is, on the quarterly, it's never done it. So what Eric was saying, and I kind of agree with this, is if we could get an all-time high before the end of June, then that will be the first ever bullish engulfing candle for Bitcoin. So that would signify quite a lot of movement to the upside. So that would be, the price coming down from here to wherever it went down here, and then going back up. So bearing that in mind, if we get an all-time high before the end of June, then I think we could see some quite high prices this year. What
Yeah,
do you think?
you know what? That's interesting. Because I've never really gone and looked at things like the 3 month, 6 month, or whatever. Paid too much attention to it. But I mean, yeah, that's interesting that it's never had a bullish engulfing before.
Yeah. So, oops. Right, that was the 3-minute background changing on Stonksy on Bitcoin. So I'm going to have a look at that, right? Because I've got a Bitcoin trade on at the moment that I am rather pleased about. So last night, well, to be fair, the night before last, I didn't sleep very well because I was a little bit underwater with the trade, and I kept having weird dreams and waking up, and I did look at
Oh, no.
it was one of those.
You're having the Reggie Man dreams.
I did feel a bit rough yesterday because I'd had so little sleep, and it wasn't brilliant actually.
You're having the Reggie Man dreams.
I was, yeah. Anyway, right. So last night I went to bed with my BLOFIN account. I'd taken me $200 from the day. I was quite happy. I slept nicely. Woke up this morning and I thought, oh God, I feel awful because I'm not in a trade. So what I tried to do, I was on the 3-minute time frame with Bitcoin, which is looking a bit weird. Hang on a sec. There you go. Right. So I was on the 3-minute time frame on Bitcoin, and the price was dropping here. What time was that? That was just I took my daughter to school at about sort of this time here. I did a few things on the way back, and then by the time I got home, the price was dropping massively. Well, not massively, but dropping a fair bit. So I thought I want to catch a falling knife here, and I looked on the 5-minute, the 6-minute, nothing happening there, So I thought I'll go to the 3-minute. So I had Stonksy on, and it went green here, and I thought I'm going to go for it. So I kind of went in a little bit heavy, and then as it started going up a bit more, I thought I'll pile a bit more in. Okay, so my trade is on BLOFIN. So my entry price was there 103,466, and I put a stop loss there just to take half off in case the price comes back down. I want to do what I did yesterday, but slightly different. So if the price was to come back down here, it would close half the position, and then I'd try and average in a bit more down there. But I don't think that's going to happen now. So consequently, look at this for a trade from this morning. This from like 3 hours ago. So yesterday I had about $5,000 in my account, but I made about. Hey.
Whoa! I just said whoa. Go on.
So I made. I thought you were trying to stop a horse then.
Whoa!
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 So I had about $200 that I made yesterday from that. So all the margin is in there, and I have kind of full ported this one. So it's got a big position size, 132 grand. But consequently, since this morning, 16% in profit, $868.
Oh, mate, you're rolling in it.
I know. Anyway, so that's Stonksy on the 3-minute. How good's that?
Go. And crucially, again, something I'd like to point out, which Save with Crypto has a great habit of, is look where he's moved his stop loss up to now. He's in big profit. Key above his entry. So he cannot lose money on this trade.
In fact, I might actually, because that one's only like a half the amount there. No, actually.
Yeah. Well, that will cover you because you've had a bit of a big hit on fees there, haven't you?
Yeah, I noticed that. It's probably
-52.
Yeah, I mean,
it is a big position size. That
big position size. Yeah, but the funding rate is actually quite low now, which is implying that a lot of people are going short or got short positions set. So it shouldn't have been that much, but I think it's because it's like 132,000. That's a big position, that, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
To be fair,
it is a big position for sure.
Don't try this at home.
But yeah, I mean that's another great trade. You seem to be hitting these just almost every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not quite sure what's happening with some work, so my future's a bit uncertain. So I'm quite happy to sort of maybe not go for them. I don't know. I'm quite happy to make a few hundred every day. But I can make a few grand every day. That's pretty brilliant, isn't it?
Well, you'll soon be never mind a house. You'll be living in a mansion.
Well,
you carry on with that.
A 3-bedroom semi. That's what I'm looking at, really. But
yeah,
I'm looking at the southwest of England. So
interestingly, because obviously I am also, hopefully going to be moving house within the next 6 months or so, and I'm also looking at a 3-bedroom semi. Now, obviously, to those of you viewers, you don't actually know where we live, or I hope you don't anyway. But obviously, me and Save with Crypto kind of got a good idea where each other lives. What is kind of the price range on a 3-bedroom semi where you are?
I'd need about 350 grand.
So yeah, I think I'll get away with anywhere probably between 2 and 220 for a nice one as well. I've been looking at a nice one where I am, and it's in that price region, but it's just it looks like someone's bought it, done it up, and then threw it on the market. It's got all brand new like oak doors on it, brand new kitchen in it, brand new carpets. It looks like it's just been done up, but that's what I want. I don't want to have to do any work. SMFC says he's also looking at a 3-bed semi. Oh, there you go. If we put all our houses together, we could have a 9-bed detached.
Yeah. Or you see what me and Dave could have. We could have like 2 semis next door to each other, and then we'd have like a door in between where we could do the daily Stonksy shows.
Yeah, we could do one at your house. The next day we could do it at my house. Yeah, and then next day we could do it at your house. And
then if we had like too many bananas or something, it'd be like pop next door and say like, got some spare bananas here.
Yeah, that's
and he'd
it.
Be like, I'll swap you for some tangerines.
Are they organic? You got to be organic.
I was listening to yesterday's stream, so I used a bit of it for my video, and I really wanted to take a big clip out about your fruit buying advice. It was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't buy fruit at Tesco unless it's organic. Is pretty much the. And saying that, the blueberries have kept exceptionally well.
Have they?
So the blueberries are nearly a week old. So I went shopping last Thursday, and the bananas went off after like 2 days and stuff. But I had blueberries actually for my dinner, and they taste just as fresh as anything. So the blueberries are good, but yeah, everything else has been rubbish. Mr. Delta says I'm looking at a 3-door larder. What's that? Educate me. What's a 3-door ladder?
I don't know. Does it mean a fridge? Oh, I know.
Is it a car?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a car. It's a Russian car.
Okay. And CryptoBurst says, stop talking about your semis. Can't help it, mate. We can't help it. We all, it seems like me, Save, and SMFC are just all got the semi on at the moment by the looks of it. We're all looking for semis. So yeah, there we go. Josh says, are we thinking we pull back a little and then take off? I think that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Because I don't know, we've kind of pulled back, haven't we? We've kind of pulled back to where we need to pull back to. So I think it just would make, from where Bitcoin keeps doing this, notice how we keep moving back, don't we? We dip a little bit and then it gets eaten up, and we're constantly pressing that local high. Now, if we go back and have a look what it did last time, that's exactly what it was doing. It just kept, any dips got eaten up quickly, and then it just kept moving its way back towards the highs. So I'm thinking, that upside just looks prime for taking now for me anyway. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but I think that upside, definitely running that 105k level from earlier this week. Was it yesterday or day before? And then obviously running that 106k level. I think it just kind of looks prime for that. The strength is still there in price. Dips keep getting bought up. So I don't know. I could potentially see we run all-time high before we pull back. I could see like a sweep of all-time high, kind of trap people. People get uber bullish, gig along. Then it drops back below. And then as it's kind of deep flush, I could potentially see that. But Yeah, as it stands, the price still looks strong to me, so I'm still not even entertaining thinking about shorting it. Old car, it's a Soviet car. A Soviet car, says Ivalo. There's a great guy on YouTube called Bald and Bankrupt. I assume probably some of you have seen it because he's got quite a large channel. I think he's a couple million subscribers. But he's obsessed with like Soviet times, like visiting Eastern European and going seeing like, Soviet mosaics and Soviet trains and stuff like that. Really good channel. Mr. Delta says I'm skins. You want to be doing a bit more trading then, don't you, mate? Cryptogenic says smash the likes, guys. Please do listen to Cryptogenic. Do smash the likes. We've got 37 people watching. And let me tell you the like update, because I hope it's not going to disappoint me.
For Bitcoin, I mean, obviously, I'm in that trade already, but I'm being a bit careful with it because at the moment we're still on a red background on Stonksy, so I'm hoping that will go green at some point. And also, I didn't really wait for the 5 minute, did I? So at the moment, there's not anything on the 5 minute. There is a little candle there, though. Not a candle, a arrow there on the 5 minute.
Yeah.
So maybe just check the 6 minute.
Well, we are on 20 likes. Please do get them likes up.
Okay.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Right.
Interesting.
So 6 minute. Yeah, that went green one candle ago. So that's good. Okay, so going by what we've been talking about, what we want to see here is a little bullish arrow. And for those who aren't regular viewers, have we got any non-regular viewers? Do you reckon?
I don't know, actually. If you aren't a regular viewer, please become one and let us know in the chat.
Yeah, and
I'd be interested to know who's not a regular viewer.
Yeah. Anyway, do make sure you are subscribed and you've got the notifications turned on. And while you're down there, do give the stream a like. I can't help saying that, actually, but anyway. So yeah, just for any non-regular viewers, you might want to just put your sensitivity for your bullish and bearish arrow settings on 8 and your confirmation period on 1 on Stonksy. That's what we're finding at the moment is working really well with this 5 and 6 minute strategy. I also do monitor the 1 hour time frame when I'm on different settings, different time frames as well. I'll show you what I mean by that. So, for example, when you're on the 6 minute, that's a 6 minute time frame, but I can see here that the 1 hour actually went short yesterday, whenever it was, and it went long on Wednesday. That was this morning, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bit weird this morning, actually. It did sort of just do a little bit of green and then red, which was the reason I was thinking, well, it was on the verge of being, which is why I started looking on the 3 minute, and when I saw it falling there, that's kind of why I was, going to use Stonksy to help me catch a falling knife, which is not always the best thing to do, but I think it's all right so far. So there is that. And let me just have a quick check on the trade before I hand it back to you or whatever. But that's looking...
keep the screen for a couple minutes, mate. I'm just doing something.
Okay, all right. Right. So anyway, that's what I'm doing there on BLOFIN. As I say, I really like BLOFIN because you can do things like you can set a trailing stop loss, which I might do with this actually. What I might do is move that stop loss down a little bit. That's actually a stop loss for half the amount. Okay, so the actual position size, as you can see here, is 131k, and that stop loss is for 65. So if on TradingView you wanted to do something like set a trading stop loss around about break even, which you could quite merrily do now, what I tend to do is just measure that distance there, which is about 0.47%, and then go down here to the trading stop, and I go I want to do a partial one, so I'll go 0.47, and I'll do that for the other half. So half of it's going to close with a trading stop. if it comes down. The other half is with that regular trading stop. So that has two stop losses there. One of the trading one will follow the price up as it goes. I'm doing that at the moment because I'm not sure about which way the price is going to go. Because I'd love to see the confirmation on the 6 minute, and I really would love to see the background go green on the 1 hour time frame. So that's what you can do with BLOFIN. So if you're not using BLOFIN, use it. The link is in the description and also in the chat as well. You're still busy?
Yeah, just 1 minute. And then, we can grab it back and then look at whatever. I'll also get the poll out in a minute.
Oh, nice, yeah. Right, so Dave's obviously ordering some garden furniture.
Yeah, I need to fix my parasol, actually.
Need to fix your bloody chair first.
Yeah, no, I need to fix a lot of stuff. Any handymen? Any handymen? Hey, Steve-O's a handyman, actually. I don't know if Steve-O's in the chat. If you are, mate, or if you're listening in the shadows, let us know. You're a handyman.
So I remember that. I remember now what the problem was with my parasol, actually, what the hardest bit was, because the string had broken, kind of where the little windy up mechanism is. You've got that, yeah? There's got like a little handle on it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So let me find a picture. Right.
Pretty much what happened was I was trying to expand it, and it was a bit windy, so the wind was giving a bit of resistance when it was expanding, and instead of kind of just stopping and waiting for that bit of wind to kind of die down, I just carried on expanding it, which then snapped the string.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you're not Mary Poppins, are you?
No. So yeah, there we go. Pappy says, I've just sold my 4-bed detached and moved into a 3-bed bungalow. Very nice, mate. So I'm guessing you freed up some capital, did you there? Or I said bungalows are actually expensive, aren't they? Or did the bungalow cost kind of similar to your 4-bed detached?
I don't know.
You can use
a funny thing about
for more confirmation. Oh, and here you go. There's something for you, mate. Avalo has said, can you show us the stop loss, the trailing one?
Yeah, I can. But first of all, I'm just gonna.
I feel like the trailing stop loss is like your niche now.
I do like it. I do like it, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So what the problem was with my one, the string sort of broke here, and so I had to sort of restring it. And the problem is the bit where it angles like that. Did yours do that?
No. So mine's a bit of a posh one, to be honest.
Is it just a straight pole?
It's like a pole, but then you have to like kind of like kink it out to like expand it, to like push it forwards, and then you have to obviously like wind it in and out. It's got like it's quite a big one, so it's got like a big base on it and stuff like that too. But obviously they all look similar, don't they?
Yeah.
Go on, carry on anyway.
No, so the problem was getting the new cord past that bendy bit. So what I ended up doing was I tied like a bit of string to quite a big heavy needle, and I sort of dangled it down, and then when I got it past that bit, I pulled it out the bottom, and then I tied a bit of the cord onto this bit of string, and then pulled that through, because the gap where it bent wasn't very big at all, and it was really hard to get the cord to go through there. So it was a bit fiddly, but I did it in the end, and I did save quite a nice parasol. So so anyway, so there you go. There's a bit of garden furniture advice for you. So what was that about the trading stop? Didn't I just show you how to do it?
I don't know. Someone's asking, can you show how to do the trailing stop? Or how you use it anyway?
How I use it? Oh, right. Okay. The way it works is when you set a trailing stop, it will move as the price goes up. So The computer's gone rubbish again. Okay, so it's a bit hard to change. I don't want to change it now, actually, but when you set it, you basically set. You can either set it as a percentage or a distance. So what I did there was I set it so that if the price retraces 0.46%, it will close it. So that's why the trading stop loss is down here. Okay, the price is coming down for the moment, but if that price was to go up, what you'd see that trading stop loss go up. Now, the trading stop loss will always go up or stay where it is. It will never come back down. Actually, it's quite a dump there, isn't it? It will never come down. So obviously, if the price goes up and then comes down, then goes up and comes down, as it does that, the trading stop will sort of inch its way up. And it's kind of good if you're not going to be in front of the charts and you want it to close. Now, the other thing you can do is you can set the trading stop with an activation price. So you can actually say, don't even use one until it gets up here. And then you can have it so it will trigger on like $100 retracement or whatever. And that way you can use a trading stop as a trading take profit. Now, you can't do that on every exchange, but you can on BLOFIN. So that's why I'm kind of recommending using it. I could erase that one and then do it again if you want, but I think while the price is doing this, I just want to leave it as it is for the moment.
Yeah.
But I can maybe do it later if you want, or basically the video that I've just sent into the Stonksy team this morning, that will be published sometime in the next week or so, and that explains in detail how I use a trading stop, how I used it yesterday, and how to set it up. So so that will be available on the Stonksy channel quite soon, I imagine.
Yeah, that's great, mate.
Is that good enough, or I don't know? Anyway, let me know if you need me to clarify anything else. Let me just.
I think he says, yeah, that's all good. I think.
Okay.
Or she.
Oh, that was
Evalio.
Yeah.
So yeah, big thank you for that. And Pappy says he freed up 200k from his house move. Very nice, mate. Very nice. I think that's a good decision, isn't it? Really, not a bad decision at all. So yeah, there we go.
So where does Pappy live? Do we know?
I have no idea. Do you want to dox what county you're in, mate?
Yeah, it gives you postcode, the number.
Give us your county. Gives a good couple of tens of miles, then, doesn't it? I don't think we're quite going to hunt you down to the exact coordinate. But yeah, I think that's a good decision all around. I've always thought, personally, Greater Manchester, Bolton. Oh, tell you what, mate. Me and you could go for coffee if we wanted to, Telling you. Me and you could go for coffee if we wanted to, Pap. I estimate you're probably no more than half an hour away from me. I'm not telling you in what direction. But yeah, I probably about half an hour away from you, so that's good. Yeah, we could go for coffee, mate. What else have we got going on? And your mum's maiden name, yeah. What was your first pet's name? What's your mum's maiden name? What's your favourite colour? What was your first car? What else are the normal security questions?
Tell you what,
I am not now that I know that you freed up 200k, you cheeky. Yeah, not now that you've said that. Date of birth, yeah, suppose that as well. But we've got half an hour until US Open, so I will get the poll going now. So do get your voting on the poll, and of course, if you haven't already, please do drop a like, do subscribe, and of course, check the links in the description. First one to sign up to BLOFIN, create your non-KYC account. That's obviously where Stonksy users trade. And do make sure that you get your 20% off your first month for Stonksy while you can.
tell you what, a couple of years ago, I was like really addicted to Coronation Street. And,
I used to love watching Corrie. I don't watch it anymore, but I used to love it.
no, I don't either, but I used to love it as well. And there was a bit where, what's her name? Is it Sarah Platt? Is it? Yeah. And then there was some bloke staying in the Rovers, and it was because they were doing like an Airbnb or something there in one of the rooms, and she sort of fancied him, and he was talking to her. He took her out for a drink, and he was saying, "Oh, so I don't really know anything about you, so just tell me a little bit about you. What was your first pet's name? She went, "Oh, it was a bunny called whatever." Oh, great. And where were you living then? And he said, "Oh, I was living in blah blah." I said, "Oh, not Thingy Bob Road." She went, "No, it was in Thingy Road." And basically the guy just then fleeced her for about like 32 grand.
Yeah.
And I actually thought it was a really good storyline, but they didn't follow it up at all. It was just like, "Oh, I've lost my money," and that was it. And then it was like that was the end of it, and like they never followed it up. And I thought that would have been quite a good thing to sort of like, talk about a bit more, because it was a good example of just how you can get robbed quite easily. And it was quite good as well, because it wasn't like an old lady, it was like a young girl, so
yeah,
so that was good as well. Oddly enough, I've been doing a video this morning about a Telegram group that I found that was to do with XTP, actually, to do with Tap Global,
right.
And that was interesting, because I thought, I wonder if this is for real, or it looked a bit dodgy, and it's called like Tap Global Community or something, and so I thought I'd just mess about a bit at first and sort of, pretend to be an idiot, and almost like within 5 minutes, someone said, "Oh, that's great, but have you claimed your rewards yet?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I haven't," and they said, "Oh, right, we'll just DM us and we'll tell you how to do it." And I said, "No, I'm not going to do that." And they said, "Why not?" And I said, "Because I'm frightened it might be a scam." They said, "No, we're the official community group for XTP." I know they're not, and then somebody else appeared from nowhere saying, "Yeah, I claimed my reward yesterday." And I said, "Oh, brilliant! Can you show me your transaction ID so I can check it?" And at that point, loads of other kind of messages from like random people came in, so that my message was buried and they never answered me.
Right,
and
yeah.
I thought that I don't really like making videos like that, because I always figure someone might come around my house and blow my kneecaps off, but
They're probably a long while away from you.
yeah. And it was really funny, because like 1 minute they're calling me mate, and the next minute they're calling me sir, and then all the people who came in to chat to bury my comment, they were all referring to each other as sir. "Shall I do this, sir?" "Yes, sir." "Do this, sir." And it's like, that's not how people normally talk to each other. Well, not.
The thing
not
is,
like,
though, I find that remarkable, because why are they trying to run like a tap scam? Like, it's now like a fairly low market cap and stuff, innit? And obviously it's not on many exchanges, so surely like their efforts would be, I mean, we are talking about scammers here and stuff like that, so, but you would think that their efforts would probably be better focused elsewhere, wouldn't you, really?
well, what they're talking about, I mean, because basically like Tap is on Ethereum, right? So so most people have got it. I mean, I've got mine on my ledger, but most people have probably got it. I don't know where they've got it, to be honest, actually. But what they keep saying in that is to do the rewards, you need to put your tokens on the DEX. Now, it isn't a DEX at all, but what it is, it's a scam site that connects to a wallet like MetaMask or something. So
yeah.
So what they're after, they're not after your XTP. They're just after you to connect your MetaMask wallet.
Yeah.
And then they'll drain that.
Yeah, I just thought it's just a bit strange to like use Tap as like the face of it, innit? Given like it's not really got much momentum and stuff behind it, is what I meant.
The only reason I can think they did that, and it's quite clever actually, is because Tap used to have a Telegram group where you could chat in it. You could basically talk to Arson thingy. They're the actual boss of Tap, you know. And
Yeah.
he would reply. He would reply and stuff. And then they stopped that. It was getting a bit negative. So they made it just announcement. So you can't discuss it anymore. So I think at that point, people were looking for like a place where they could talk about Tap. So that's when this one called XTP Tap Global Community appeared, and you know, it's called like the official Tap community thing. So I think it was purely for the fact that their timing was quite good, because they'd taken away the ability to talk about it, and people wanted to do that. So they looked on Telegram, found that, and then straight away you've got a good name for a scam group, you know.
Yeah.
And there also are a lot of people probably hanging on to Tap who you know, it's worth a lot less than what they paid for it, and I just are looking for anything that's free, really. So there you go. Just all that that keeps coming from my computer. That's to do with the 3-minute background changing colour.
Yes, it's had a nice reversal, hasn't it, so far?
I'm just having a look, actually. So let me share this tab just in case. Okay, so the 3-minute is back on the green. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's going to do something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like it's going to have either a monumental dump or a monumental pump. But there's no particular reason for it to do that today, is there? Unless it's
going after that upside liquidity,
which is probably a good cue for your coin glass liquidation heat map.
Yeah, let's go and have a look at it. We do have just over 15 minutes until US market opens, so we'll cover Mag 7. We will cover. Oh, SMFC says, is that a green arrow on the hourly?
Oh, what, on BTC?
I don't know. Where? It needs to.
Not on BTC. Not
what
on
was
BTC.
it? Oh, did he mean that time frame we were looking at then? What time frame did you have loaded up then?
Oh, God
knows. Was it the 6 or the 3?
Oh. It was the 6, but we haven't got a green triangle there yet. 5 minute. 5 minutes got a green triangle, but hasn't got the thingy. The only thing is, if I look at some different pairs,
he says that he was looking at the BLOFIN one.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if like he says, it's a different data set.
So that one is Mixi. That was Bybit. That's BitGet. I think this is BLOFIN. No, that's the index one. Sure, I had it in my watch list. Don't know why I haven't got that. Let's have a look. So, BTC, USDT. Where's the BLOFIN? That's spot. Oh, yeah, Dean, are you looking at spot or the thingy? Hang on, I'll be there in a minute. Hang on. BLOFIN. Okay, so that's the perpetual thingamy. So that is the 5 minute. 6 minute is 6 minute is green, and then the 1 hour. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. SMFC.
I don't know. It's Perps. Yeah, that is Perps. That's the Perps chart.
Yeah.
Are you definitely looking at the hour, Dean?
What was it? Anyway. I suppose I better vote in your thingy, hadn't I?
Yeah. And everyone else. Oh, it's different sensitivities and stuff, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we'll I'm just gonna go and I've got something in the slow cooker, so I'm just gonna go and stir it really quickly. In the meantime, obviously make sure you do drop a like, subscribe, and of course click them links in the description. Sign up to BLOFIN, sign up to Stonksy for 20% off, and I'll be back in a second and I'll take the screen back, mate, and we'll cover Mag 7. We'll see what the SPX is doing, and then we will look at the heat map as well, all before US Open. Let's go and stir this stuff in the slow cooker quickly.
Right. So while he's gone, can we, in the chat, can we try and guess what's in his slow cooker? I reckon, because he doesn't eat much meat, but he does have chicken and he does have beef. I reckon he's got a beef stew going, and it's got a lot of carrots. So it's mainly beef and carrots. That's what I reckon's in his slow cooker. What does everyone else reckon? I'd love to know. Rice, chicken, maybe. Chicken, what, like a chicken stew, do you think? Or yeah, rice in the slow cooker. Could you do rice in the slow cooker? Not sure if that works, does it? Chicken. See, I imagine him having chicken more like a bit of grilled chicken, you see. So chili on the 6 minute. That would be nice, wouldn't it? A nice chili sort of cooking in the slow cooker. That'd be quite cool. Bolognese. Oh yeah, that's very up north, isn't it? Oh, chicken stew he's going to have with rice. Yeah. He likes a mild curry though, doesn't he?
There you. What are you saying?
Hey, just trying to guess what's in your slow cooker.
You'll never guess.
Well, we'll try to.
Go on, what's the guess so far?
I reckon you got a beef stew with loads of carrots in it, and Crypto Bro reckons you got some sort of chicken in there. Mr. Delta thinks you might have a chili in there or a bolognese, and or Crypto Bro says maybe veg. Oh, yeah. So are we anywhere close?
Who's the closest? Let's see. What did you say?
I said a beef stew with loads of carrots in it.
No, there's no. I don't. It's difficult because you're all wrong. But if I had to, no, I think everyone's really wrong. No one's really got it. It's a veg curry.
Okay.
It's a veg curry. So there's just like loads of different veg. There's like, well, there's not loads of different veg. There's pretty much just broccoli, carrots, and sweet corn. I think is all that's in. I feel like there's something else in there as well. I think that might be it. And then just chili paste, curry paste, some tomato passata, some coconut oil, coconut
milk.
Yeah, well, like the pretty much coconut oil. Yeah, and then I'm actually not having rice with it though. I'm just gonna put it on a naan bread. Got some nice.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't naan bread. It's like a flatbread. Got a nice garlic flatbread, Tesco Finest thing the other day.
Nice.
So just gonna have that instead of rice. Just chuck it on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So there we go. Got 38 people watching now. So big up to the big. I keep speaking like Bevo. Big up. Please do drop a like on the stream and subscribe. Let's see how many likes we're on. Right, I'll take the screen back from you now, mate. I'll give you a bit of a break.
All right.
Let's see how many likes we're on. We are on, with 39 viewers as well. That is a good going. I'm on 27 likes, so that's a decent amount of likes. But please do, if you haven't already, do make sure you drop a big thumbs up on the video. Take 2 minutes to do that. And of course, subscribe if you're not already. Now let's go and have a look. We'll have a look at the liquidation heat map, and then we'll move over to looking at the Mag 7 pre-market. see what we've got going on, and then get ready for US Open. So 24-hour liquidity is looking like the biggest chunks of the heat map anyway are to the downside, down towards 102. But we have got obviously this orange line here as well, coming up just above 105k. If we look at the 3-day chart, the biggest liquidity is above. So kind of the market looks a bit torn at the moment by the looks of it, which side to go for. The 1 week, we have the biggest cluster again above this local high, so towards 106. But there is obviously plenty to the downside, moving down towards 100, mainly below 100. And then the 1 month, I don't think has really changed that much anyway, to my knowledge. Yeah, so biggest cluster again, the darkest yellow, is above that local high, 106k and above. So that's what we're dealing with liquidity-wise. Let's go and have a look at the stock market. So we got another push up on the SPX yesterday. That's now 4% on this Stonksy green background. If we look at the 1-day chart, we are now really making our way, aren't we, towards that all-time high? We are making our way towards that all-time high now. It's full reversal there. And again, with not many, like Bitcoin, with not really many pullbacks. We've obviously had these two red candles here, but pretty much since, the 22nd of April, it's just been green, green, green. So, yeah, I'm not really too sure what to think about this. It looks like we may have a bit of potential SR there. As you can see, it was support all along here on the daily. Then we dropped below and we did reject off it a couple times there. So, around this, it works exactly alongside the big round number 6,000. So it looks like maybe we've got a clear run up towards 6,000. But then from there, if we reject, then maybe we're coming for a pullback. But above 6,000, you would say we're on track then for an all-time high, which would be remarkable, really, given the absorption on that. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now let's go and have a look at the Mag 7 pre-market. We've got Nvidia up a couple of points, up to 133. Apple, we have got down marginally. Meta, we've got up very slightly. Microsoft is down very slightly. So it looks like just a mixture of pretty much just marginal red or green on the Mag 7 state. Tesla's up. What's that? $9. Google is up to 160. So, mate, your Google, have you sold it yet? Have you kept it?
No, I still got it.
So it is making it, it's back up towards at 160. So it is potentially making its way to filling in, obviously, this big downside wick. And that's what we're looking at over on the Mag 7 pre-market. We've got Bitcoin at 104,119. And yeah, for those of you, obviously, that haven't yet, do click the second link in the description. Head over to the Stonksy website. Click start now, and then it's this monthly plan that you want. You get 20% off your first month, so you can treat it as a trial month if you want to. With the 20% off, it takes it down to just £116 per month. You can cancel anytime because it's just a monthly rolling plan. But you will not want to. You'll want to stay with us because you get massive value for money with the indicator, the Discord server, and the trading bots. You do get your money's worth, and it's a great community to be in as well. So do make sure you take advantage of that. And we've got 6 minutes, well, pretty much 5 now to go till US Open. So we'll wait eagerly, won't we, mate? And I have brought now, I drank all my Fanta. I don't think I answered the question before, but I was drinking Fanta Orange Zero, and I've brought back up with me an Iron Brew Zero, unicorn tears flavour.
Okay.
Which is very nice as well.
Okay.
Unicorn tears.
Yeah. Which sounds quite nice, but if it's like tears of a horse, you wouldn't want it, would you? Really? Would you drink horse tears?
No.
I wouldn't drink anyone's tears, really. It's just come out of your head, isn't it? It's like,
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, interesting. What does it taste like? Unicorn tears.
Hang on. What would I say? Kind of like rhubarb. Rhubarb Rhubarbish, yeah, a bit of rhubarby, I think.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. I've got me. Actually, I've got some squash. I've got cherry and berries squash from Aldi. You busy there, mate?
You got squash?
Well, you know, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Cherries and berries.
I like the cherries and berries one.
Yeah.
We've got great viewership today, though. So big thank you for tuning in. And again, please do make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you're not. And for those of you watching on X, firstly, make sure you're following the X profile, because some of you may have come from TMG's feed. Do make sure you click on the Twitter, follow us over on X, and make sure you hop over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, because we are wanting to get to 2,500 subscribers as fast as possible. And you can make that happen by making us one more closer. One more closer. That's a great use of the English language.
Tell you what, you know, have a look at Coinbase. Coinbase.
Oh
stock.
yeah, do you know what? Yeah, we obviously looked at MicroStrategy. Let's go and have a look at Coin. I tell you who got a fantastic entry on Coin. Whoa! He had a monster day yesterday. Mr. SMFC got a fantastic buy on Coin, you know, in the depths of the bear market, yeah.
I missed that one.
It's up, back up to 257, but 24% yesterday. There was something with Coinbase, wasn't there? Is that what the reason was for the candle yesterday?
I don't know. Must have been something.
I feel like there was some Coinbase news yesterday. There was. Oh, it joined the S&P 500. That was it.
Oh, right.
It joined the S&P 500. Yeah, that was the jump.
Wow. That's like a crypto move, isn't it?
$40 SMFC got in for. Are you still holding that one, mate? Or have you sold that as well? Because obviously that went up. That went up very nicely, didn't it? That went up to just shy of 350 in the peak of the run up that we got. But I mean, $40 bottomed out at like 31, 32 ish.
Yeah,
That's a brilliant. What an entry! It's so interesting, isn't it? Because you look back at it, and obviously since then Bitcoin's performed great, but this is kind of been on par with Bitcoin's performance, just over a 7x. Whereas obviously MSTR has done something silly, like I think a 30x or 40x or something. But Coinbase, yeah, obviously been a great option to store your money in as well over the past few years.
You need to grab your bell.
Excuse me?
You need to grab your bell with your sweaty palms.
All right. Let's get it going then. Are you ready?
I'm always ready. Born ready.
It joined. Yeah. It was on the tip of my tongue. I knew that there was some news, but I couldn't remember what it was. So yeah, the great thing. I mean, that's the first of many, innit? You would imagine MicroStrategy. This is a good discussion point. So obviously, yeah, US market is open, but this is a good discussion point because obviously now Coinbase is in the S&P 500. It adds, obviously an essence of crypto and Bitcoin into there. Yeah. At what point, at the point of MSTR being added in there is very interesting then, isn't it?
Yeah. Because
then you've got a company holding over 500,000 Bitcoin in the S&P 500. Now, I don't know what let's go and ask Grok. See what is the of MSTR. Let's see what the market cap of. So as of the 14th of May, the market cap of MSTR is 115 billion, which is actually pretty large, isn't it? So that is pretty large, actually, isn't it?
It's not as big as I thought it'd be, actually.
Yeah.
I suppose it is big, isn't it? But it's funny though when you start comparing like, you know, traditional assets with like crypto. I mean, some of them are just huge, aren't they? It's like, it just makes crypto seem, well, that's obviously why crypto is so volatile, isn't it? You know, because market caps are relatively small.
So as of this month, MSTR is approximately the 80th largest company by market cap.
Okay.
So why? What does it have to do then to enter the S&P? Maybe Dean. Maybe this is a good question for you. I don't know. Oh wait, hang on. What am I saying? Right, we've got Bitcoin up here on US Open. Not for nothing too much. Why don't I just ask Grok?
Yeah.
Let's see. Despite its significant market capitalization of that and ranking as the 80th largest US company, it's not been added due to several eligibility criteria that it may not fully meet. So profitability requirements. I mean, yeah, it's never been that much of a profitable company, has it, in terms of earnings? Financial viability in sector, liquidity and public float, index committee, recent accounting changes, and market sentiment and timing. Yeah, I suppose for them, I don't know, whoever decides on, you know, what goes into the S&P 500. I suppose for them, it's kind of like, do we really want, you know, this in when it's so heavily skewed to Bitcoin and stuff? I don't know. What do you think, mate?
Sorry, I was reading something else at the time.
No, was you?
Sorry, I missed that. What did you say? What you on about?
I'm saying that, do you reckon there's an ounce of like whoever decides, you know, what goes into the S&P is, it's kind of like, do we really want this to go in, given it's so heavily skewed to Bitcoin? I tell you what, mate. Fucking,
I know.
I've just swore. Apologies. I was going to say Bitcoin is pumping. I nearly added the F word in there. Then it's effing pumping. So your trade must be looking very juicy now.
It's oh yeah, grand in profit.
Oh, look at that, a day's work as well. So you only need to do another 200 of them, and you well, I don't know. I suppose if you liquidated everything, then you wouldn't need to do another 200 days. But I don't know. But, you know, another good few of them days and you'd be very happy, that's for sure.
Yeah. But there you go. You can pay for Stonksy for a year with one trade. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There's the headline.
In fact, the lifetime, the lifetime's not too expensive, is it?
No, 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, just do one massive trade and it's done. You never have to pay it ever again. Not financial advice, but you know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, come back now. I'm only 990 in profit.
Oh, what a shame.
I'm quite tempted just to close it. And we've not even got the green background on the 5 minute. I know we have, haven't we? Yeah, we've got the green background on the 6 minute, isn't it? So, but we haven't got it on that 1 hour yet. So if that goes green on the 1 hour, I'm going to be so happy.
Yeah, I bet. Because then you're going to be rolling in it.
Yeah.
You're going to be rolling in the dosh. Afternoon, Wizzo. How we doing? Wizzo? Great to see you. Crypto Generic. 10 of you haven't bothered with the like. Yeah, please do drop a like on the stream if you haven't. Nick says hi. And green arrow on the 6 minute. And Wiz says everything is so green in my portfolio it almost hurts. Mate, that is kind of like a that's kind of like when you take a screenshot of a trade you should sell.
Yeah.
It sounds like a sell signal. That
Yeah, there you go. It's come back down.
Everything's so green it hurts right before the big nuke. That is like peak sentiment check of okay, we may be fucked here.
And you know we're gonna get tired of winning. You'll just get tired of winning.
Yeah. Wiz is gonna jump off now and go and liquidate everything. Mr. Dell says loving X Penguin Iron. Mate, I'm king of screenshot. Mate, you are. I know. I still need to get back to you as well. I'll do that after the stream. Crypto Generic. I'll hit you back in the DM. BBAI is monster sending. Apparently, is that the one you put in the Discord?
He did, didn't he? Yeah. And I all I did was wrote it on a post-it note.
Where do you get these from, Wiz?
Don't know. He's obviously got a secret club, hasn't he?
21%. Look at that.
No.
21% in a day.
Jesus Christ. Exactly.
When did you buy this, Wiz? Did you buy this yesterday before the pump by any chance? Of the 6 trades, even not max. Wiz does have the alpha, that's right, mate. Wiz does have the alpha. Bitcoin's now dropping back down, so it's had its little pump and it's now rugging itself into after the open. So we'll see what happens with that. But let us know if there is anything you would like us to cover. I am sweating today. Today is another hot day, isn't it?
It is lovely today, actually. It's great. So what was all that?
Are you going cycling this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Not sure where, but it'll either be Seaside Way or Dartmoor again. One of those. Sort of doxed myself a bit there, didn't I? Right, I'm in the southwest of England.
Yeah, you're gonna have people walking all over Dartmoor now looking for you.
Trying to find me. Yeah.
But the thing is, they'll have to come up to you and say something because they'll only know you by voice.
I know, but they'll sort of trick me, you know. They'll say,
"Are you safe with crypto?" And you'll just be in like your rock star mood and be like, "It's a fan."
Yeah, and I'll go, "No," and above all, tell your friend, "Oh no." Or while you're down there, do remember to know. It's quite funny how you sort of get like little phrases, don't you, that you know become attached to you, don't you, on YouTube. Actually, I don't think you've got. Have you got one? Not sure if you have actually. Trying to think of something you say all the time. Don't know.
What's that?
I'm trying to think if you got a little catchphrase, but I don't think you have you?
I don't know. You always used to say. I always say superb.
Oh yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I don't know if I still say that much anymore or not.
I don't think you do as much because I started counting you one day and then.
Bitcoin's now resending back to the upside.
Okay.
It's had its retracement and now it's resending.
That's good. That's what I want to see.
Some things are down today though. Obviously the big hitters like ENA. Obviously big hitter on this pump.
Yeah, but it had a massive pump last couple of days, so
yeah,
you know that's all right.
Went to new highs and of course caught by Stonksy. What else is down a bit? Cow, Wiz's favourite, but still in the grand scheme of things, it's down 6% today. But look how much it's up. Let Stonksy load. Let's see what Stonksy's been doing. Still green. Look at that, catching all the cow move. Kato. Another one. Is Kato still green? Kato still green. There we go. Pi. What's Pi doing?
I should tell you what. I wish I'd gone to my Tesla stock actually.
Yeah.
I didn't. I sold it. I sold it when it got just back over 300 again.
Did you? You little devil.
I know, but it's up much more now. Going really well.
Look at Farty go. Farty just carries on hitting new highs, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what, there's another one I got into on the recommendation from Wiz is SMCI.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Super microcomputer.
That's doing brilliant.
Yeah, memes. Obviously, some of the big hitters over recent days / week has they're having some retracements today, but nothing that you wouldn't expect after such big runs. Peanut down nearly 10% today, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still up 137% from where Stonksy got in. So we'll see that in a second when it loads. So yeah, we will get pullbacks, but as long as Bitcoin stays steady, I think it's all good, isn't it? Oh, actually, Peanut has come out of that green background now, it seems. Let me see that. Just noticed that on Stonksy then. Where's Peanut gone? I've lost it. Where is it? There it is, Peanut. Yeah, it's out. Stonksy's closed.
Okay.
Ended up closing for 147%. Not bad. Not bad. Not a bad indication at all. What's going on with Bitcoin? Let's see.
Bitcoin's all right.
Just holding steady in it, really.
Yeah.
Just holding steady. Oh, I'm so hot. It is roasting.
Yeah. I really want to get up to 105 again, though. That's what I want. Just get above this current range,
Yeah, me too.
Doesn't want to though, does it?
It's kind of performing how it was in the previous one, isn't it? When we kept tapping, was it like 95? I think it was, and it just couldn't get above it. Where it eventually ended up just blowing.
Although I remember when I first got into crypto, and I used to look at the price of Bitcoin, and it was when it was just hovering around 10 grand, and it just could not get over 10.5. It was just a stumbling block there, and then when it did, it went mad. It went up to like 20 grand or whatever. Sounds mad, doesn't it? 10 grand Bitcoin now.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bit of a nasty drop, isn't it? That's just happened then. Oh, that is a nasty 1 minute candle. Oh,
that's getting a bit near my stop loss, actually.
Are you wishing that you would have closed?
Well, of course, yeah, but
that's a nasty 1 minute candle. Nasty.
I actually removed my trading stop because I didn't want it to close on that. So I've still got one at 103,576. I think it's going to hit that. That's to take half off.
Can you look at Pith? Yeah, we'll go and have a look at that now. Let's see. Let's see. What's this? What has this thing been doing? Oh wow! Look at that. What a trend upwards that was. Very nice. I mean, pretty much, it's just stuck in a range, isn't it? There's your resistance. There's your support. Dropped a bit below, but regained it. Let me drag that down a little bit. Yeah, there's your support. It's just in a range. So between here and here, support resistance. Stonksy obviously caught. Great push up. Drop down. If we're looking at potentially where is it going to go next? I mean, obviously it needs to break through resistance to open up the door for more upside. But I think we're probably looking at, you can see confluence as to why here would be a level of attraction. You know, previous support, drop through, then back up and slammed its head, resistance. So this kind of 24 cents and a half region looks primed, I think, for if it can push up through local resistance. So that's probably what I would be saying. Yeah, we want to see some bullish momentum back up, push through resistance here, and then I think trend upwards towards here would be where I'd be looking. Obviously, if we break to the downside, then it's got a pretty thin move to fill in. So yeah, I think that's probably what we're looking at on Pith. I got cow bags. Litecoin, says Jackster. Jackster, the Litecoin bull. It's back, mate. Did you end up holding then, I'm guessing? So for those that don't remember, Jackster, let me know if I get this right. So you put loads of money into Litecoin, didn't you, at $80? It then obviously went all the way up when it was trading within this range here. Then it came back down to, oh, look at that. It actually came back down to 64. I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure last time you was in the stream, you said you held. So you'd be nicely back up, won't you, from $80? So you'd be back up to 25% up. If I'm right in saying that, mate, let me know. Or if anything's changed, also let me know. But yeah, Jackster, the Litecoin bull. Wiz says Verve. Verve, another stock. You need to change your name to Wizard of Stocks now. Verve, oh yeah, giga pumping. 15%, so yeah, Wiz stock picks, there we go. But Bitcoin is a bit of an annoyance, really. Yeah, it's tumbling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of an annoyance. I still have everything in it, yes. I'm just praying for 150. Well, I hope it hits, mate, for you. I hope it hits. That would be obviously a very nice payday.
Oh, that's annoying with Bitcoin, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's red again now on the 3 minute.
We'll see what's going to happen. Are we just getting kind of standard US Open dump and then we're going to lead into a pump?
Maybe, yeah.
Got very big Rio bag, says Wiz. They are up very nicely. That should do well. Rio. I think Rio. Was it an RWA? Was it? I think maybe it's not. I think it's RWA, isn't it, Rio?
I don't know. Never
Had a nice pump off the bottom, hasn't it? Yeah. Very nice. You can see, you know, the confluence, can't you, for where it came into. Just clear high time frame SR. You know, support, drop down, resistance, push through, support, retest, bang, 3x.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a pump off the bottom.
Yeah, there we go. Big pump off the bottom there. So, yeah. Stonksy doing wonders on it as well, of course. But yeah, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna happen? What are we gonna happen? What are we gonna get on Bitcoin?
I don't know.
It kind of looks like it's rounding off on the 1 minute now. I think this is gonna send back, but you can. I think the S&P's, the S&P's dragging it down. S&P just selling off from open, yeah. So we need some kind of subsidence on that. Before maybe we push back up, if we get kind of a hold on this, yeah, it opens the door for Bitcoin. Send it back up, hopefully. Thoughts on Chill Guy? Let's see. Let's see what's Chill Guy doing. Oh, look at that. I tell you what a good representation of Stonksy this is. It just caught it, just time after time. One pump after another, green background, green background, green background. And then, obviously, just giga-cent on this one. My thoughts on it, probably for the same as every other meme. Oh, look at that. What a pump on that from the bottom there.
What's that?
Chill Guy. It's like a 5x. I think the same goes for all memes on this, really, is kind of a lot of them will start hitting high time frame resistance or supply zones. And obviously with the parabolic nature of the moves, I think at some point, some of them are obviously going to start having some harsh corrections. Because are we into kind of like, unless Bitcoin just starts blowing through all-time high and just ignites the whole market, then we'll probably get some rotations out of them then, is what I'm thinking. Now, here's your high time frame supply zone on Chill Guy, in my opinion anyway. Of course, it's not financial advice, but here is where my high time frame supply zone is probably. So if we do trade a little bit higher into here, in my opinion, I think we probably sell off from there. You don't just blow through, just because it's a strong meme, you don't just blow through things just because of the sake of it. This is where I think it would struggle anyway, but you never know. You just never know, do you? It all depends on what market we get. If Bitcoin starts trending up and we blow through all-time high, and then money starts flowing into alts, then yeah, these meme coins could do another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever X. But they can't. Whatever goes up must come down, and we've seen that across meme coins just in general, haven't we?
Yeah.
They all go up, they all had parabolic rises, and then they've come back down. So I just think it'd probably be the same thing. They go up and then they come back down. But when that is and stuff like that is, a different question. Something like Peanut, really strong move off the bottom, but is it just going to full send back towards 150 or something? I don't know, but what goes up must come down eventually. Same for Moodeng. Moodeng's did like a 7-8x, but again, you see here it came into key high time frame supply and SR. So yeah, we'll see. It's crawling its way back up, mate, isn't it?
Well, Bitcoin, yeah.
It's crawling its way back up slowly.
Yeah, I've actually my trade's half the size now though, because it hit my half stop loss, which is a bit annoying. How's the old DXY doing these days?
I will have a look now.
No, it's back at 100.
Let's have a look. Wiz says Moodeng is your fave. Me and Moodeng have had a very hateful relationship because of the time I had a nice zone drawn on it and it missed the zone and then just completely sent like 10x within 2 days. So yeah, I haven't liked it since then. Sundog, yeah, Sundog's been sending. No, I don't have any of it. I don't have any Sundog. DXY, I mean, yeah, DXY. I don't really do much analysis or attention on DXY, to be honest, because I don't really trade currency pairs. So, I mean, it's good to keep an eye on because of obviously the relation with, risk assets, but I don't really pay as much attention to it as I probably should.
Yeah, I mean it's dumping a bit, which is good news for crypto. But yeah, no, it was just weird because it was quite low at one point. It was about 90 something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which we hadn't seen for like a couple of years or so. But yeah, it's so it's been up and it's on its way down again. I don't know. Okay. I mean, just flipping through my watch list generally. Actually, all cryptos are actually down a little bit at the moment. Most of them. Most of the ones on my list, anyway. So today is not quite as bullish as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, well, the last 2 days, especially around US Open, not really been that eventful. I think tomorrow should be an interesting day, though, for sure. Obviously we've got PPI and retail sales, and then we've got Powell speaking, right, all coming in before US Open. So tomorrow's going to be a fun stream, that's for sure.
Well, Powell's speaking early.
Yeah, so Powell speaks. So tomorrow we've got PPI and retail sales at 2:30. Is that 2:30? Yeah, I think. Hang on, let me refresh this. I thought they was at 12:30. Yeah, I don't know why that was saying 13:30 then. Yeah, so that's 1:30 our time. So PPI and retail sales at 1:30, and then 10 minutes later, Powell starts speaking at the Thomas Laubach Research Conference in Washington, D.C. So, yeah. We will have that as well. And then, obviously, we'll have US Open. So, interesting times. It should be an interesting day tomorrow. And hopefully, some big market volatility.
So, is that FOMC? Is that one of the things we can watch or not?
No. So, this. I don't know whether this will be streamed or not, to be honest. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's like a major speech, but it'd be interesting to see if he mentions anything about obviously inflation coming in lower. But Did you see Trump yesterday? He said that Powell has to lower rates or something like that.
Yeah, no.
So I do wonder if he's kind of just being like a bit stubborn for it because it doesn't want to look like he's done exactly what Trump has told him to do. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Like if he lowers rates, it looks like he's just given and done whatever Trump wanted him to do instead of them doing it whenever they think is fit. But I mean, you are looking at it now. It's been in the 2% for ages. Are they going to be too late with cutting rates by the time they do it? But we have got 35 viewers still on stream. So big thank you. Big appreciation to you guys watching this stream and have stayed with us. 33 likes as well. So if you haven't already, please do drop a like. Please do subscribe as we get Bitcoin coming out of this 1 hour back into the green and back up towards 104k. Did you manage to stay in your trade, mate?
Yeah, I'm in it. Yeah. But I've got to go out now, so I might close it actually. Just close it in a bit of profit. Yeah, it's too close to my entry for comfort, to be honest.
Yeah. But of course, you can get Stonksy 20% off. Second link in the description. It'll bring you to the website. Click start now to take you to this page, and it is the monthly option you want. And if you click this button here, that'll take you to create your account and give us the details we need to give you access. You do get full access to the indicator, which has got some updates coming out on it soon, the Discord server and the trading bots. So this will take 20% off your first month with code BOT20. Put that in at checkout. And it is just a monthly rolling plan. But yeah, do make sure you take advantage of that. And it'd be great to see you over there. Let us know in the Discord when you join. So just say, you come from stream. It'd be great to know who's joined from stream. And of course, if you're looking for anywhere to trade, do click the first link in the description and sign up to BLOFIN. It is non-KYC and the most secure and safe exchange for you to trade on. So that is in the chat as well now. There we go. But yeah, big thank you to everyone that's joined today. Any last words, mate?
Do remember to click the like button on the way out, and above all, tell your friends.
Yes, do tell your friends. And oh no, it's not tomorrow, is it? It's Friday. That's bring your friend day. But show us some love, you know, and please do actually, if you haven't already. Tell you what, while we've still got viewers, let me go and hop over to here. Please do go give this video a like, a watch as well. If you haven't already, do go and watch this video. It went out yesterday, so it'd be much appreciated if you do go and give it a watch. But yeah, that's all from us today. Enjoy the rest of your day and take it easy. And yeah, make sure you come back tomorrow because it'll be a fun and eventful stream. Bye for now.
Bye.